Have you ever received an apology from your wife that just didn't sit right? In today's video, we're exploring the subtle red flags that signal insincerity. Prepare for some enlightening revelations about the apologies you've been receiving. 1. Conditional apologies. This is like she's saying, "I'm sorry, but..." And what follows is a condition, a stipulation that somehow makes it your fault. "I'm sorry I yelled, but you really angered me." See the pattern here? It's as if she's handing you an apology with one hand while taking it back with the other. It's manipulative, placing the blame on you and making it about your actions rather than her own. An apology should be unconditional and devoid of blame shifting. So the next time you detect a but in her apology, bear in mind that a genuine apology is straightforward and unencumbered by conditions. 2. Shifted blame. This is when she apologizes, but somehow it's still your fault. "I'm sorry you feel that way," or "I'm sorry if you took it the wrong way." Notice how the apology is about your feelings and your perception, not about her actions. It's a subtle way of shifting the blame, making it about how you took it rather than what she did. It's manipulative, a wolf in sheep's clothing. Hold her accountable and steer the conversation towards her actions rather than your feelings. In the grand scheme of things, a sincere apology should recognize the behavior itself, not the response it has elicited. 3. A quick fix. Here, she gives a hasty apology, rushing through the words, eager to move past the issue. Her "I'm sorry" comes at lightning speed, barely giving you a moment to process what just happened. It's like she's ticking a box and performing a duty, rather than expressing genuine remorse. A genuine apology takes time. It requires sincerity, understanding, patience, and a willingness to dive into the uncomfortable. It's not about rushing to the finish line, it's about the journey of healing together. So, when faced with a quick fix apology, don't be afraid to slow things down. Ask for reflection and a genuine acknowledgement of what transpired. Remember, fast is not always better, and when it comes to apologies, quality trumps speed every single time. 4. The generic apology. These apologies are broad, vague, and lack any specific acknowledgement of wrongdoing. They may seem conciliatory on the surface, but they skirt around the real issues at hand, offering no genuine recognition of her actions or their impact on you. A true apology digs deeper, dissecting the situation, providing understanding, and laying out steps for genuine change. It's about accountability and empathy, two elements often missing in a generic apology. When confronted with this broad brush approach to making amends, encourage a more thoughtful reflection on the situation. Cultivate an environment where apologies are meaningful and responsibility is taken. It's not about assigning blame, but rather fostering growth and understanding within the relationship. After all, a meaningful apology is the first step toward healing and rebuilding trust. 5. An absent apology. Sometimes, the apology is just completely absent. Narcissism often involves an inability or unwillingness to say sorry, even when it's glaringly obvious that an apology is due. This behavior can leave you feeling invalidated, unimportant, and questioning your own reality. It's as if an invisible wall has been erected, blocking the path to reconciliation and understanding. A narcissistic wife may employ this tactic as a means of maintaining control and asserting dominance. She might believe that apologizing is a sign of weakness, something she cannot afford to show. However, it's crucial for you to recognize this pattern and understand its impact on your emotional well-being. Know this: you deserve better. You deserve a partner who can admit their faults and who can apologize sincerely. Don't settle for less. 6. The excessive apology. From one extreme to another, we now have the excessive apology. It's like a floodgate opens and suddenly she's apologizing for everything under the sun. At first, it may seem like a positive gesture, but pay close attention. Is she truly remorseful, or is this an over-the-top performance? This excessiveness can actually be a manipulative tactic to make you feel overwhelmed and confused. She knows that by apologizing profusely, she can create a smokescreen, diverting attention away from the real issue at hand. It becomes less about her genuine remorse and more about controlling the narrative. She's playing the part of the remorseful partner, but in reality, she's orchestrating a theatrical diversion. So, be wary of the excessive apology. Look beyond the dramatics and seek sincerity. A genuine apology is measured not by quantity, but by quality. It's about taking responsibility and making amends, not putting on a show. 7. The avoidant apology. This one is subtle, a masterclass in evasion. She may acknowledge that something went wrong, but she's careful not to take any responsibility. I'm sorry that happened. Notice how she turns it around, making it about the situation rather than her actions. It's a clever tactic, one that allows her to maintain her superiority while appearing to apologise. She's dodging accountability, leaving you with an empty apology and unresolved feelings. Be vigilant. Don't settle for an apology that sidesteps responsibility. Demand accountability and seek an apology that addresses the action, not just the situation. A sincere apology is direct and unequivocal. It leaves no room for evasion or ambiguity. 8. The comparison apology. This is when she apologises, but quickly follows it up with a comparison to someone who's supposedly done something worse, or will remind you of times when others have wronged her, yet she forgave them swiftly. I'm sorry, but remember when you did something similar to me, and I didn't make a big deal out of it? It's almost as if she keeps a ledger, tallying up mistakes, ready to pull it out and use it to her advantage whenever necessary. This tactic not only diminishes the sincerity of her apology, but also shifts the focus from her actions to yours, making it about what you've done wrong in the past, rather than addressing the current issue at hand. Genuine apologies should be standalone. They shouldn't be contingent on past grievances, or used as a tool to even the score. When faced with a comparison apology, remember, an apology should be about taking responsibility, not keeping score. 9. The silent apology. Conversely, you might encounter the silent apology, a phenomenon where her actions might suggest she's sorry, yet the words are never uttered. The silent apology is a tricky one. She might cook your favourite meal, or suddenly become affectionate, all while avoiding verbal acknowledgement of her wrongdoing. It's as if she believes actions alone can wipe the slate clean, bypassing the need for verbal confrontation and admission of guilt. But let's not forget that actions and words hold equal weight in the realm of apologies. An apology without the words can leave room for interpretation and ambiguity. Was she really sorry, or was she just trying to smooth things over? A sincere apology requires vulnerability and the courage to verbally admit wrongdoing. If you find yourself on the receiving end of a silent apology, seek clarification. Encourage open communication, and remember, words matter, and sometimes saying "I'm sorry" out loud makes all the difference. 10. The defensive apology. The defensive apology is when she apologises but immediately goes on the defence. It's like receiving a gift wrapped in barbed wire. It's hard to accept without getting hurt. I'm sorry I was late, but the traffic was horrendous and my boss held me up in a meeting. I'm sorry, but you know how I am when I get stressed, she might say, subtly shifting the blame back onto circumstances, or even onto you. It's as if the apology comes with an invisible shield, protecting her from truly acknowledging her wrongdoing. In these moments, her pride and self-image take the driver's seat, leaving sincerity and remorse in the back seat. She's not truly apologising for her actions, she's apologising to preserve her image. 11. The distracted apology. Encountering a distracted apology from a narcissistic wife can feel like trying to have a deep conversation in the middle of a bustling crowd. It's disjointed and lacks focus. She might be saying sorry while simultaneously checking her phone or doing something else. Her words say one thing, but her actions scream indifference. It's as though she's treating it like just another task, to say she apologised without actually engaging in the process. An apology requires full presence and attention. It's a moment of connection and understanding. When her attention is divided, it's impossible to feel heard or validated in your feelings. When you receive a distracted apology, don't be afraid to ask for a full attention, because when it comes to making amends, being present is more than just a courtesy, it's a necessity. We've just looked at how a narcissistic wife might offer a non-genuine apology. Curious about what else she might say? Explore things a narcissistic wife might say when caught in a lie, or learn about ways a narcissistic wife invalidates your feelings. Thanks for tuning in. If this video was helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe. Now, it's your turn to choose your next step.